Hello, world history students. This is Mrs. Politsky, and I have your notes for Chapter 29, Section 3, Revolutionary Chaos in China. And we're going to start in a period of time following World War I. At this period of time, there was a lot of change happening, primarily in parts of Europe and a little bit of Asia, but it had a lot to do with the rise of communism. And in China, there was a movement called the May the 4th movement. It has nothing to do with Star Wars, but it does have a lot to do with communism. And it started off as a series of protests and strikes by thousands of angry students who were demanding change in the city of Beijing. And one of the things that they were interested in is some of the same things that maybe the revolutionaries were interested in like Moscow. This idea of bringing a certain amount of economic equality, maybe getting rid of an aristocracy that was in power, uh, giving more rights and perhaps maybe more economic advantages to the poor. And all of this really is kind of the root of really what communism is all about. Down the road in 1921, the Communist Party formed officially in China, and together with the Kuomintang, who worked, who both groups were working together, primarily to fight the warlords who had controlled parts of China, and also the imperialists to fight them as well. They were led by the communists were led by eventually a guy named Chiang Kai-shek, but in time Chiang Kai-shek turned against the communists and eventually was leading a group of what we would call nationalists into a civil war against the communists. And this civil war is going to last a number of years, kind of leading up to the Japanese invasion of China. But again, it's going to reignite after World War II. So, pursued by the Kuomintang, the Red Army or the Communist Army lost more than 90,000 troops in an arduous one-year retreat known as the Long March. This Long March was a 6,000-mile trek through China led by Mao Zedong and his communist followers to find a safe place for them to regroup. As the Red Army and the Kuomintang battled each other, a large section of northeast China, known as Manchuria, was actually taken over by the Japanese. And this is going to kind of start the tumbling of the dice for the rise of the Japanese trying to take over parts of China and kind of leading to what's going to become World War II. Thank you very much.